Hey everyone, fellow heroes. Welcome to Create Heroes. I'm Clint Lowe, and today we're talking about overcoming anxiety, depression. Now, no doubt you faced that at some point in your life. Everyone has. Now, as you may know, it can be quite crippling, soul destroying. No doubt you've woken up some mornings and you just couldn't get out of bed, and eventually you've rolled out, smacked your head on the floorboards as you got out, and you barely stood up and just pain everywhere and you just could not see anything. Well, how do you get out of that? Like, obviously there is some where there is a chemical and that's a doctor's thing, but most you can take action and you can do it yourself. So this is just some natural things that you can try. See how you go. Some things that have worked for me and worked for many of my mates. So one thing is obviously some sunshine. It's scientific fact. Just getting some sunshine on you puts elements in your body, vitamin D, and makes you feel good. So some morning sunshine, some evening sunshine. It's also good to take off your sunnies on occasion, especially the evening light and the morning light. It's good for the eyes and it puts that nice relaxing chemicals through your system and relaxes you, drops your blood pressure, helps relieve anxiety and depression as well. So I'm putting these on for now though, it's still a bit bright. There's many things obviously too, you know. It's a bit like if you want to be fit, do you just work out one time and say, oh, I'm fit now? No, it's a lifetime of constantly exercising and doing all sorts of things to keep fit. With your mind, it needs to keep fit as well. Like all things, including the wilderness, if you leave it, it just grows wild and a shrub and a mess. If you leave your health, you'll get a big valley, you lose your health. You leave your mind, it'll grow all sorts of wild mess and you'll be in trouble. That's just fact. No matter who you are, if you're just moping like this, never moving, thinking negatively, eating chocolate, ice cream, living off that, never exercising, no matter who you are, you will get depressed. That's a fact. So it's need to keep your mind active and healthy. And one of the best ways to do it, I'm just looking at a couple of ways here. If you can always keep, here comes a nice, now this guy he's got the trick. Exercising, and if you can always keep your mind focused on something positive and a positive action, you'll probably feel 10 times happier because you can't think of two things at once. You can't think of negative and positive. So if you think of positive, there'll be no room for that negative. So always keep your mind active and positive on something. If you can think of absolutely nothing, then read something positive. Watch a positive video like this. Maybe watch it while you're brushing your teeth, or listen to it while you're brushing your teeth. It's a nice thing to have in the morning. Fires you up for the rest of the day. Just keep your mind focused on something positive, doing something positive all the time, and you're creating that way too. So I looked at some healthy food, a bit of sunshine, thinking positive, exercising, getting out in the sun and moving. Once you exercise and start moving, breathing straight, shoulders back, it's very hard to feel depressed. Imagine if you're playing basketball with your mates, or volleyball if you're on the beach or something. It's hard to feel depressed when you're active and focused. It just doesn't happen. So you have to keep that going. Some people are more naturally inclined to be depressed than others, such as some people might be more naturally inclined to put on weight than others. If you're more naturally inclined to be depressed, you have to accept that and then realize that, hey, I've got to work just a little bit harder than everyone else, but then I can be positive. And then you can be healthy and have so much more benefits for your life. Now, because if you don't, and if you sit back and let it all roll on you, all the roads of life rain down, it's going to cripple your life and you won't get that happiness and joy and won't move forward. So if you take that action, do all these positive steps, do everything you can, and you're going to get much more happiness out of life and move forward with your goals and happiness. If it gets mega serious, there is some doctor issues, but this is talking about the general health of our minds. So keep these things in mind, and if you got any particular problem, you may be even stressed about a big hospital, you're going for a big operation. Well, focus on what you can do right now. So right now, sitting on a nice little bench in the wilderness, hope I don't drop my phone in the water. But while you're focusing on what you're currently doing and enjoying that, you can't be focusing on some negative future that won't happen or negative past. Enjoy that moment that you're in, because that moment right now, that's all you got. All I've got right now is the birds chirping, the sunshine, and this beaten path. If I was having a big operation tomorrow, there's no need to worry about it yet. Enjoy this moment. If you're having a big operation, well, even when you get to the hospital, you're still just sitting in the hospital, read something nice, talk to a loved one who's come with you if you're lucky enough to have that. And then when you go in, most of the time you're out to it, so you're used to sleep. When you wake up, you're that groggy, you don't know. Even when you start to come to, there may be a little bit of pain, but the fact is, most of the time, unless there's an extenuating circumstance, if it's mega serious, you've had an operation that's fixed the problem. It's going to improve you. Focus on that. So like, hey, I've had this problem, I've had this operation now, it's going to improve me, and then bang, your spirits start lifting up. So another thing is, enjoy the now, and then always focus on the positive results of taking action. And taking action is another one. There's just things, so many things you can do. If you're worried about something, anxiety about a future event, take action towards it, towards solving it. Something small, that very first small step is like opens a massive doorway to a whole new world. Take that first small step, most of the time it'll just whoosh over you. You start feeling good. The good vibrations, your body's based on vibrations, all these good toxins flow through your system, you get rolling and you start feeling better. So taking action towards what you're stressed about is a massive way to alleviate anxiety and depression. So many things I'd like to talk for anyhow. I'm just trying to make this a short video. If there is some other little areas that you are concerned with, leave a question below, leave a comment, some things that you've used that are being effective for you to cope with anxiety and depression. Leave them below. I'll join in the discussion. We'll all help one another. If we get like 5 different comments, we can build on that. Minds get together and then click and then create even more things. So the more we all get in, better we'll feel. So if you have anything, leave a question, see what I can do. For now, I'm just going to do a backflip and go for a swim. Catch ya.